Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. This is the 1390th day of continuous uninterrupted webinar conducted by International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy. We welcome all to this session, and today we are celebrating the World Yoga Day by a special function. Let us begin the session with 1 minute silent prayer. Thank you all. As you all know, that International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy comprises of homeopathic lovers, students, and homeopathic doctors. We have 3 sessions every day, and from 7 to 8, our Hindi session, 8 to 9, international session in English, and 9 to 10, local language session in Malayalam. Today, we are celebrating the World Yoga Day in a special way, and we have a special meeting today. We will have discussion. We will have a special presentation from Dr. Babu Joseph and so many things to add. So let us begin the session with 1 minute silent prayer. That's already over. And now I invite Dr. Shaji Kudier, the Vice President of International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy, to begin the session with a welcome speech. I proudly welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Danesh. Welcoming you all to the International Yoga Day special Zoom meeting of International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy. It's my duty. Today we have a very distinguished guest to deliver the keynote speech, who is very well versed all over India and internationally in the field of yoga and naturopathy. Before I get into the welcome, my duty, I wish to say a few words about the importance and relevance of yoga and meditation in our times. Today, we all know and understand that the world is passing through very crisis times, and there are talks of deep state people are trying to hack humanity under the leadership of World Health Organization and World Economic Forum, and all these things are happening. So they are trying to connect us to the 5G and this 6G, and trying to hack and control the humanity through artificial intelligence. All these are by connecting to our and controlling our brainwave. In these times, focusing and stabilizing our vital force through yoga and meditation is a very important beneficial act that will be definitely going to benefit. I bring this idea to the awareness of all those who will be listening now online or will be listening in through our YouTube channel. So remember this, focusing our mind, that will be stabilizing our vital force, whereby our vital force will stabilize the functions in our physical functions, will be an important tool in the near future coming at the crisis times. Now I get into my duty and responsibility of welcoming you all. I welcome our respected Honorable President Dr. Ismail Sir, who will be presiding over this important function of World International Yoga Day. And I welcome our Honorable President Dr. Ismail Sir to this important function. And the chief guest and the keynote speaker is Dr. Babu Joseph. He is one of the most distinguished personalities present in India today, who reached the peak of yoga and naturopathy under the government of India. Dr. Babu Joseph is the director of Nedaji Yoga Naturopathy Hospital, Kunnampuram, Kakanad, Kochi in Kerala. Dr. Babu Joseph was graduated in Yoga Naturopathy from the Government Yoga Naturopathy Medical College, Hyderabad in the year 1976. He started his career as the RMO of Bethany Yoga Naturopathy Hospital, Nalanchira, Trivandrum, that is one of the oldest naturopathy centers in Kerala. In the year 1979, he founded the Nedaji Yoga Naturopathy Hospital in Kakanad, Kochi. In 1981, he was appointed as the Chief Medical Officer of Government Yoga Naturopathy Hospital at Varkala, Kerala, first of its kind in India, where he served for 25 years, and that is one of the best naturopathy centers in South India under the government. And Dr. Babu Joseph has served in that organization, that institution for 25 years. Then in July 2005, Dr. Babu got placed as the director of National Institute of Naturopathy, Pune, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, where he served 10 years. That is one of the highest position a yoga naturopathy practitioner can achieve under the Government of India. So our chief guest today is such a important person for yoga and naturopathy in India and internationally, as yoga originated from India. After his retirement, Dr. Babu joined the Nedaji Center that he himself founded, and he continued as the director and the chief medical physician in that center. Dr. Babu Joseph was also deputed by the Government of India to attend many international conferences in naturopathic medicine, and in the naturopathic conference in Paris, which founded the World Naturopathy Federation. And Dr. Babu is one of the founding members of that organization. Now, Dr. Babu continues to be active in the field of naturopathy in India in the capacity of advisor Indian Naturopathy and Yoga Graduates Medical Association. Dr. Babu has also has in his credit two research papers on the topic named Efficacy of Yoga and Naturopathy Intervention in the Management of HIV Positive Individuals. And so I wholeheartedly welcome such a great personality in this very wonderful day of International Yoga Day, the most relevant and the most competent speaker in India who occupied the highest position under the Government of India for yoga and naturopathy. We welcome you, Dr. Babu Joseph, to this function webinar. Then another important person to welcome is our Secretary of IOPH, who will be saying the vote of thanks. So our new secretary will be a very important person for IOPH. He's a very active member. He's a homeopathy lover, very dedicated homeopathy lover, interested in promoting homeopathy worldwide. So I welcome Mr. Kiran Chand, Secretary IOPH, to this function. Another important person who is very relevant for the entire webinar activities of IOPH is none other than Dr. Danesh. Very painstakingly, Dr. Danesh is managing all the programs without any problems, satisfying everybody involved and connected to this webinar program. I wholeheartedly welcome Dr. Danesh to this function, who will be moderating this function. So with this, I wind up my duty as a welcome speaker and hand over
This
the
audience,
program.
our audience.
Yeah, I welcome all the audience today. I hope the more people will be watching this program in YouTube. So all those who are present here and all those who will be watching in our YouTube channel this recorded session of this program, I welcome you all this International Yoga Day celebrations of IUPH. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shaji Kudiyat, for your excellent welcome speech. And now it's over to our president, Dr. Ismail Said, to inaugurate the session. We proudly welcome you, sir.
Today is a special day that we are introducing the yoga in our panel. I'm very happy to inaugurating this yoga day today to knowing what is the merits and demerits of the yoga. Demerits I don't know anything. Merits only I know, but I am not a yoga practitioner. That's why I'm not telling anything more, because I know what is the yoga. Yoga is the lifestyle management method to all the patients, all the humans, all the healthy persons and sick persons, everyone. So I am not knowing the method of the yogas and everything to fully, only little by little I know this. Shavasana I know very well. So in the my Korea days, we are by what joke we are telling and be doing these things, all the things. Padmasanam, Yogasanam, Padmasanam and Savasanam like that. Anyway, it is a very method of the living style to improve our health and mind. This day we got a very eminent speaker and welcome all, and my conveys my good wishes to all, and very heartily I am
Inaugurating.
welcoming. Yeah, you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm very sorry. This pre is monitored. That's why it is happened. Anyway, it is not a bad thing. Very good thing. In the name of the God, we are starting everything. Anyway, by the grace of Almighty, by the grace of you people, I am inaugurating this function very heartily. We will listen to all the yoga's method here. We will absorb something. We will try the yoga methods so that we can do some wonders by advising the yoga therapy as well as the homeopathy therapy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President. Say, sir, and now it is the time to for the special session that is by our chief guest, Dr. Babu Joseph, Director, Netaji Yoga, Naturopathy Hospital, Kakanada, Kochi. And the topic of the day is yoga for health and harmony. As you all know that this is what we have to look into. This is a very, very important session because homeopathy doctors are using natural medicine. Then along with we can ask our patients to do this kind of things in what are the things supposed to do in yoga. Then definitely we will be a winner. We can make the patient back to health within a short time. Not only that, we can utilize the lifestyle problems clearance by means of yoga also. So we proudly welcome the guest of the day. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, yes, we can hear you. You can go ahead with the presentation, sir.
Okay. I'm very sorry. some trouble had happened. A very good evening to one and all. Actually, today is the 10th International Yoga Day. And the theme of this year is Yoga for Self and Yoga for Society. I think the meaning can be easily understood. When we do yoga for ourselves, it should be equally beneficial for the society also. Not that one individual and every individual should practice yoga. That is not the only meaning. Even if one individual practices yoga, we should be able to be useful for the entire society. That should benefit the entire society. That is the meaning of the theme of this year. And yoga actually is intended for gaining mastery over the body and mind. To gain mastery over the body and mind. It is called Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. That is stilling of mind until it rests in a state of total tranquility, through which we will be able to gain mastery over the mind and body. Initially, we can also analyze the meaning of the word yoga, that is coming from the word yuj, or say joining. Initially, during our early days of practice, we are given practice of asanas, that is maintaining a particular posture. But that posture maintenance should be comfortable for the individual and very enjoyable. That is sukham sthiram asana, a continuous comfortable posture. When it is a continuous posture with enough comfort, since you know the benefits of that particular posture, your mind will be concentrating on that particular posture and the area of the body benefited by that particular posture. So your attention or concentration is invited during the practice of a particular posture. And when you are able to enjoy it for longer time, when you are able to maintain it for longer time, the concentration of the mind, the presence of mind along with the posture upon the benefits will definitely give a guidance to the brain and the nervous system to act upon that particular part, so that you are benefited by the particular posture. So if you practice a few selected postures, by the asanas also, your body strength or the health level of the body can be improved. But we should also remember that yoga asanas, practice of asanas, is not only for improving the physical health of the body, giving the benefits of an exercise. It is actually not intended for the benefits of an exercise alone, but also to improve the mind working on that particular exercise, so that physical and mental improvement through concentration on a particular aspect for a certain period can improve the concentration power of the mind. That is how it is said that yoga is a very good path for the students to practice, so that their learning capacity will be improved by improving the concentration power by regular practice of asana, concentrating on the benefits of that asana. That way, the habit of concentration improves. Similarly, when the body and mind work together, due to the improvement of the mind faculties, the personality can also be improved by regular practice. But not only by asanas, but there are pranayama, meditation, and relaxation techniques in yoga. When you get into pranayama, it is not only for the physical benefit for the lungs, but also it improves again the concentration power, and it calms down the mind, calms down the heart function, so that hypertension also can be properly addressed by practice of pranayama and yoga asana practice. Not only meditation or relaxation programs, but asanas and pranayama are also equally beneficial for control of the body functions, like in conditions of hypertension. Similarly, other relaxation techniques and meditation, which concentrates more on the mind aspect of the individual to improve the mental faculty, so that the way of thinking, or say positive thinking, can be improved, by which the individual becomes useful for the society as a better person, or as a better personality. We have studied in our young age through different religious practices or religious lessons, like love your neighbor as you love yourself, or Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavandu. Similar teachings are there in Quran also. Irhamu manfil arli, irhamukum manfi samai. Every being in the world, let live happily by the good deeds of every individual. So to attain that stage, otherwise you can also say that the stage of Sthita Prajna in Bhagavad Gita, I think it is well explained, the characteristics of a Sthita Prajna. The Sthita Prajna will be having a balanced mind to face any situations and react positively. So to attain that kind of mental state and also physical health, yoga helps. And it is not limited to anybody to approach yoga or practice yoga. Everybody can practice yoga. There is no barriers stopping the practice of yoga. But it is largely criticized because of the spirituality aspect merged in yoga. But I find that those who want to improve their spiritual benefits through yoga, they can make use of it. But equally, a rationalist also can practice yoga and benefit himself to improve the body and mind health, by which he can be a better social element in the society, doing good to the society. That way, there are no barriers for anybody to get into the practice of yoga. So it includes practice of asanas, pranayama, meditation, relaxation programs, and through these practices, when the mind and the body becomes more healthy, it improves the immune system to overcome, also to resist the infectious diseases, and also by improving the parts of the body, organs of the body, and systems of the body, we can also overcome or manage the lifestyle disorders. That way, yoga helps in treatment of diseases also. Now, when the world is recently turned to integrated medicine, integrated medical practice, it's not only modern medicine or Ayurveda or homeopathy or naturopathy, Siddha, Unani or yoga, but a combined practice of these different disciplines by using whichever tool is more beneficial for the patient, that can be chosen, in which yoga is a common tool which can be accepted or approved or practiced by every medical practitioner also. An allopathy doctor can also practice yoga. A homeopathy or Ayurveda or naturopathy doctor can also practice yoga and advise his patients to get benefited by the practice of yoga. Now, for example, in case of hypertension or heart diseases or similar conditions, practice of yoga asanas, where the stretching of the chest is involved, like Bhujangasana, Matsyasana, Ushtrasana, Arthachakrasana. These are all helpful in treating the diseases related to heart and chest. And also mild pranayama practices. There are quick methods and soft and slow methods. The slow pranayama practices like Shitali pranayama, Shitkari pranayama, Anilom Vilom pranayama practice can help heart conditions. But there is another variety called Nadi Shuddhi pranayama, where retention of breath is practiced in between inhalation and exhalation. That is not advisable in the early stages of treatment of heart diseases. And also the fast numbers like Kapalabhati Kriya, Bastriga, Brahmari are not permitted in the initial stage of treatment of heart diseases. Gradually, when the patient becomes improved, we can introduce very slowly these fast or say little hard methods also. But at the same time, retaining the air inside should be the last option only when the individual gets into very serious practice of yoga and when he becomes experienced in practice of yoga. Because people normally understand pranayama as closing both the nostrils and retaining the air inside. That may cause anoxia in the initial stages without having enough practice in exercising or say in having enough practice in that particular pranayama technique. Whereas Anulom Vilom pranayama, where only exhalations and inhalations are involved, are not dangerous that way. Similarly, the fast numbers also should not be advised. Whereas relaxation techniques, meditation are beneficial in heart conditions. And another thing in asanas, the inverted poses should not be advised for heart conditions and hypertension. Where the hip is raised either by lying on your back or on your stomach. You should not raise the hip. Just raising the legs are okay. But otherwise, standing poses, sitting poses, or lying in prone position, all these poses are good, except that you don't raise your hip or taking any inverted positions. Whereas in lung disorders like asthma or different other pulmonary problems, the fast numbers also can be practiced in a mild form, which will help to eliminate the phlegm or different other toxins deposited in the lungs. And gradual practice increases or improves the residual capacity of the lungs so that the breathing capacity improves, or holding of oxygen for longer time or holding of more air for longer time will be possible as the residual capacity increases. So that way, in lung disorders also, practice of pranayama and also the same type of yoga asanas where the stretching of the chest is involved will be beneficial. Similarly, for different, whereas in diabetic conditions, actually folding of the abdomen, that is forward bending postures, will be more beneficial as compared to the backward bending postures. And in pranayama practice, I think in diabetic condition, the Brahmari pranayama, Bastriga and Kapalabhati will be more beneficial because it gives a very good exercise or massage effect to the pancreas area and the abdominal area. That way it can be used beneficially in case of diabetic conditions. And for different other disease conditions, any doctors practicing in different systems can make use of different asanas, pranayama techniques, relaxation programs, and meditation. Like in back pain, when anybody has a bad pain at the lower back, they can also practice the Bhujangasana, that is the snake pose or serpent pose. Similarly, the cat pose, by standing on the knees and hands on the floor, standing like a cat or a dog, and then slowly breathing out and raising the lower back upwards, and then taking the lower back downwards and the head up with the inhalation. While exhaling, you raise the lower hip. While inhaling, you raise your head. That is called a cat pose or a tiger pose. Practicing this one very soft way, mild way, slow speed will immediately give relief to the low back pain. Similarly, half Pavan Muktasan, that is lying on your back, folding your legs and holding with your hands at the knee, and then pressing the knees to the abdomen, but not raising the head. Pavan Muktasana, you have to raise your head also. But in low back pain, you need not raise the head, but only press your legs towards abdomen. That is very beneficial in low back pain. There are different other methods also in different conditions. For detailed accounting, it is not possible at this time, but few conditions I was explaining. So as a therapeutic, for a therapeutic purpose also, yoga can be used as a beneficial tool by practicing asanas, beneficial asanas for particular diseases, pranayama methods, relaxation and meditation. That is useful in hypertension, heart diseases, and psychosomatic conditions also, because the mind relaxation is achieved by the practice of relaxation programs and meditation. Meditation need not be spiritual-based meditation. You can also have body meditation, like concentrating on your own breathing. Like while you inhale, lot of oxygen passes into the lungs, and while you exhale, the carbon dioxide or toxins are eliminated from the body, and now your body has become a unit of health by eliminating the ill health. That kind of meditation also is possible in relaxation poses, either sitting in Padmasana or lying down flat on your back. You can do that kind of meditations. Now for relaxation, actually, there are other methods, simple methods, which you can advise to the IT professionals also. Even by sitting on their chair, they can have deep breathings, inhalation and exhalation, long and deep inhalation and exhalation, even single time. Release the tension of the mind immediately, instantly. See, when somebody is aggrieved with anger or any other negative atmosphere, negative situations, I think if you take a long inhalation and a deep inhalation and exhalation, you feel very good relief. This can be practiced when you are tensed or stressed with your profession also, like working with computer or long time work on your mobile phones. You can stop in between, like after 1 hour, you take 1 or 2 minutes to practice relaxation by deep breathing and then palming. Palming is another method of relaxation. Just keeping your fingers crossed together, fingers of the hands crossed together, and then keeping the fingers on your forehead and covering the closed eyes with the cupped palms. The palm you can keep cupped and the fingers on the forehead, and cover the closed eyes with the cupped palms and take deep breathing while doing this palming. And also cold wet pack, a piece of cotton you can make wet in water and then keep the eyes closed and apply over the eyes so that it gives very good relaxation in between your job, in between your professional practice, especially when the eyes are used for longer time. So these kind of practices comes under yoga kriyas also. There are other yoga kriyas like Nauli, Vajrauli, and Neti, Jalneti, Sutraneti, Kapalbhati Kriya. These are all Kriyas for cleaning purposes. So to clean the body also there are special techniques in yoga, and also for maintenance of health and improvement of health and improvement of our immune system or intact immune system, we can make use of yoga for physical and mental health. Also, let us remember that by improving our mind and body, not only body but mind also, our way of thinking also changes, like learning about Sthita Prajna Lakshana, and we ourselves trying to become justified or say to do justice to the society. That way we should be good human beings, beneficial for the entire society. That is the message of this year Yoga Day. I think it is high time because of the problem with the audio system also. I could not begin on time, and I was also a little stressed, but now I am okay. After having this session now, I think I could cover the introduction part. Now, if you want, if you prefer to have a detailed knowledge, in-depth knowledge about yoga, I think you can have different sessions, and you can also implement the advice of yoga in your medical practice, because it is not restricted to any medical system or any individual. That way, I hope your interest in practice of yoga and giving benefit to the public through yoga will improve, and you will also become practitioners for yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Babu Joseph, sir. It's really a very good session, even though there was a trouble in the beginning. It is not due to your personal problem, but it is due to the network problem. Anyway, we were able to complete the session in a good way, and the subject was really discussed, and everybody understood about what is yoga and how relevant yoga in everybody's life. And all those things were discussed in a short time, in the short time itself. Anyway, it's the time for discussion. We have only a few minutes remaining, 5 minutes remaining. I invite those who want to speak to Dr. Babu Joseph. Yes, Dr. Ramparisa, you can unmute yourself. Yes, please unmute. Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Banerjee. Congratulations, Babu Joseph sir. Yoga Day का शुभकामनाएं. Very, very thanks. Yoga Day. Yoga Day is a very important in the life. According to natural law, it's called name of yoga. Natural law. Very, very thanks, yoga. There are 5 stages according to walking. 3 to 5 minutes is walking. Exercise, physical yoga, walking, and 1 to 2 minutes, 1 to half minutes is upper and lower. गिरना और उठना, upper and lower.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes.
हलना और सिकुड़ना. It is yoga day is a very important, very, very thanks, Babu Joseph ji. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, definitely we will have a big session, a full session in coming day, in the coming week itself, so that everybody can follow what is yoga. Now it is up to Dr. Hibbert to say
Hello, sir.
something.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, 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 yes.
I think that Babu sir cannot hear.
You may speak
Can you hear,
little
sir?
louder.
Humar.
Can you,
Yes, yes. you
Now,
make-
how much time we can sit in a position, the lotus posture in Padmasana? How much long we can sit at a time?
There is no restricted or restriction or rules how long we can sit in a particular pose. So far it is comfortable for you, it can be continued. Normally we can say every posture maximum 1 to 3 minutes we should maintain. Minimum 1 to 3 minutes we should maintain. But beyond that, it is left to you whether you have time to sit in that particular posture or not. Unless you are able to maintain at least for 1 minute, that is Sukham Sthiram. So continuous comfortable posture. So if you are not able to continuously maintain it for minimum 1 minute, you will not be able to enjoy that particular posture, and also the benefit will be limited. But 1 to 3 minutes is an average time for the practice of any particular posture, single posture. But if you are able to maintain it for more than 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it is welcome. But one thing, you should not concentrate only on one posture alone and do it for a very long time without distributing equally with the equal time with the other postures. There should be a reasonability in distribution of the timing also.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
sir. Thank you. Now I invite Dr. Marian Salchoda from Bolivia to say vote of thanks to the session.
Good evening.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Ganesh. Good evening to all of you. We have a short question from Chile, if I can ask to Dr. Babu, please. The question is for our friend, Dr. Sergio Castillo, who is asking, in case of high blood pressure, which pranayam do you recommend to decrease the blood pressure?
Actually, I could not follow you properly.
To decrease the high blood pressure, which pranayam do you recommend?
Which
To
pranayam?
Low
balance
blood
the
pressure.
blood pressure.
Low blood
pressure.
pressure.
Right.
Low blood
Okay.
pressure.
Among asanas, I think Sarvangasana will be beneficial to improve the functions of the thyroid gland, by improving the function of the thyroid gland, you can regulate your blood pressure level. So practice of Sarvangasana and followed by practice of Malsyasana will be very beneficial. Then practice of Shitali Pranayama. Shitali Pranayama also will help in improving the blood pressure level. Only thing is that initially you should not go for very strong fast method, but mild fast numbers. Gradually you can improve it. It's of course not the Shitali or Shitkari Pranayama or Anulom Vilom Pranayama, but other fast numbers you can practice for improving the blood pressure or say for increase of blood pressure. Similarly, asanas, I told you, Sarvangasana and Malsyasana specifically. And of course, inverted poses also you can try if there is no heart involvement, heart diseases.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Babu. Thanks to all of you for your attendance in this special day that we remember the International Yoga Day. We would like to thanks to all the gurus, to all the people who is spreading yoga knowledge for all the well-beings. So thank you very much. It was an amazing session, and we hope new sessions speaking about this very important topic. Thank you, Dr. Babu. Thank you, Dr. Ganesh. Thanks, Dr. Shajikuria, and thanks to all the Ifph team. Great session.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Marian Salcedo, and thank you, Dr. Babu Joseph. and those who participated in the session. And tomorrow we will have a session from Dr. Hubert De Silva about the management of neurological diseases with homeopathy. At the same time, we can meet tomorrow at the same time. Thank you all. Good night. And it's over to Dr. Manoj to moderate the Malayalam session.